Welcome to the show, folks. Round 13 of the 2022 NASCAR Platinum Cup Series season coming your way live from WWT Gateway here on NASCAR Heat 5, and we are green. Stage 1 is already in the history books. Aaron Garcia, your pole sitter in the 24 Chevy Camaro, winning Stage 1 with Josh Colm-Diaz in second and Landon Jenkins in third, Matt Smith in fourth. And we are rocking and rolling for stage number 2. It is a 100-lap race at a very difficult and mostly flat oval with two very different and distinct corners at this racetrack. One in race reporter here tonight, the driver of the number 17 Ford Mustang running in the 6th place position, and that is Triple Crown winner in NASCAR, Alex Tesdahl. Alex, thank you a bunch for joining me.
Yep, happy to bet.
And now we have a lead change for the first time in this race. Josh Colm-Diaz in the 9 car is going to take the race lead and put that number 9 Chevy Camaro out front. Still looking for that very first win of the season. He has one NASCAR Platinum Cup Series race win. It was a couple of years ago, and he's looking to find victory lane yet again. Oh, there was contact there between teammates, the 24 and the 88. 24 slid up the hill and into the side of the 88 just a little bit there. They both gathered it back up. No positions lost for either driver, and it's mostly due to Harold Burden in the 16. Longtime NASCAR driver from NASCAR 15. He lifted a lot there to give both of those drivers some room. Trenton Princeton in the 20 car. Two-time NASCAR world champion from Gran Turismo Sport. He runs in the 4th place position. And the pink car that you see popping into your frame once in a while, that is the two-time and defending NASCAR Platinum Cup Series champion. We have a battle for the race lead. The 3 teammates here going at it for the lead and for the Stage 2 win. Many laps to go here still, mind you, but I do think that some of these drivers, they might have the car to get out front and start driving away if they can get into that clean air. And for now, Josh is going to hold on to the lead. He leads this lap. We've only seen one caution in this race for an on-track incident. It was in Stage 1. And so far, a pretty good start here to Stage 2. The top, the top 6 cars have broken away from the rest of the field. And you're watching this battle for the lead in your frame. It's Jesse Carlson in the 7th place position, with Beam SKP, our Daytona 500 winner, driver out of France, running in 8th. Alex Tesdahl scored in 9th, and it's Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 18. Rounding out the top 10, Dave Marks Jr. in the 41 runs in 11th. He comes off a strong top 10 finish earlier tonight. At Kansas, Timmy Brown in the 19 runs in 12th. And Dustin Hardy in the number 8 Chevy Camaro runs in 13th, side by side with Timmy Brown as they go into turn 3. Rutch Downing running in 14th, Emily Sari running in 15th, Sean Lucas running in 16th. Give you a bit of a rundown on the running order and where your favorite drivers are currently scored. Jordan Green, 6-time NASCAR champion, scored in 17th. 18 drivers started this race. It is a 100-lap event. There you see Jordan. Of course, also a NASCAR Hall of Famer in the old school division, where 5 drivers are currently sitting as Hall of Famers. And they're all chasing Josh Colm-Diaz in the 9. And I can tell you, folks, he came into this race very excited with very high hopes, parking in the victory lane for the first time in 2 years here in the NASCAR Platinum Cup Series. He's always a contender every single race, top 5, top 7 car, everywhere we go. But when we come to a track like Gateway, there's a few tracks, really. Gateway is one of them, Phoenix is another, Darlington is another. But yeah, when he comes to Gateway, he knows he's going to bring some magic. And he's got the points leader, Aaron Garcia, just behind him in the 24. Aaron has 2 wins this year. Off to a great start. He knows that the regular season championship awards another 15 playoff points, and that's exactly what his goal is from this point forward. Get as many of those playoff points as he can and get those top 5s and those wins. And don't look now, folks, but Matt Smith is charging towards the front. Just a couple of laps ago, he was scored in 6th. Now we find the pink and white number 47 Chevy Camaro for Lone Wolf Motorsports up there running in P3. Trenton Prince in 4th. Landon Jenkins running in 5th. Getting word from Alex Tesdall, our in-race reporter, 10 laps remaining in Stage 2. Man, do they ever click off quickly here at Gateway. It's a shorty, folks. It's a very short event here tonight, so these drivers don't have very long to get up there and get the track position they need to try to win this race. We'll throw it down to Alex Tesdall because this race is going to be over in a blink of an eye. How's the car feel, buddy, and how's the vibe out there so far?
It's a bit on the tight side, might need a few adjustments, but it's not too bad on the long run. We don't really have the pace to keep up with the ladies right now.
What do you think the main challenge is here at this track, and which corner is giving you the tougher time?
Turn 1 is definitely the tricky spot for me. And we got a yellow, but turn 1's the tricky spot for me personally.
Yes, we do. Thank you for the update there. And it was Rush Downing in the number 34 Ford Mustang for Crimson Axis Motorsports. The 19 of Timmy Brown for Juicy J Motorsports. It was a 3-car wreck. Emily Sari in the 11 car got a piece of it as well. Damage to her Juicy J Motorsports Toyota. And the caution is going to save them. They will get to come to pit road for scheduled, well, excuse me, no, not scheduled service, but for service to make repairs on those machines. And this is going to restart these drivers with, I think, about 4 laps to go in Stage 2. It's going to be interesting to see if there's any type of pit strategy here to go for the stage win, and there has been some moves like that. Dustin Hardy in the 8 car is going to lead them to the line with Sean Lucas in the 21. The green flag is back in the air. Josh Colm-Diaz in the 5 laps remaining in Stage 2. Josh Colm-Diaz is the first one to break free of the cars that took either no tires or did not pit. And Aaron Garcia is going to merge out with the lead, though, on the outside coming out of turn 2. He brings Matt Smith with him in the 47, and into turn 3 they go. For the most part, they are single file. And out of 4, it's still the 24 car out front. He led every lap since the drop of the green flag in Stage 1. Lost the lead to his teammate in Stage 2, Josh Colm-Diaz in the 9. And now looking to hang on with 4 laps to go in Stage 2 to get another very valuable playoff point in his quest for the championship this year. Matt Smith in second, really going for it now, though. I was talking a little bit about that with you, Alex, about, you know, what the deal was with Matt. Usually he's up there dominating and setting the bar, setting the pace, but it looked like he was either getting outrun or taking it easy, and maybe we have our answer. Also, he's been to pit road once or twice. Maybe some adjustments have been made, but it looks like the speed has greatly improved for the 2-time Platinum Cup champ. We have problems deep in the field. Looked like Timmy Brown, Sean Lucas, Emily Sari, and a few others were involved in an incident there. Some heavy damage to the 11, the 19, and others.
Oh no.
Oh no. Yes, the 17, that's Alex Tesdall. Very rare that he makes a mistake. He hit the apron in turns 3 and 4, spun in front of a few cars, contact was made, and I think we're still green miraculously.
Yeah.
Man, that's a heartbreaker. What happened there, buddy? Did it just snap on you?
It just got too much onto the curb there and it came around.
Yeah, I saw it. I've done it many times myself. I know exactly how it feels. It's a very helpless feeling. Thankfully, you're still on the lead lap and a long way to go from here. Meanwhile, back up front, we're watching a battle here for the Stage 2 win. Are they on the final lap, Alex?
Yeah.
So a half lap remaining. Matt's going to have one more chance at this, one more corner, and he might even use the bumper. Remember, folks, Aaron won Richmond by giving the bump and run to Matt Smith, and it looked like Matt was tempted, but he's not going to do it. He's going to play nice, and Aaron Garcia is going to hold on and win Stage 2 here at Gateway. Sweeps the stages. won the pole. He's won both stages. Comes in to this race as the points leader. It's been a strong season for the 2022 NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series champion. And don't forget to pit and take the photo of the results, Alex. And we'll get the rundown from you as long as you've done both of those things. I don't want to distract you.
Our top 10 is Black Cross, Flash 9, Even Steven, NASCAR King, Bold Pluto, Beam, NASCAR Oof, Trouble for You, Juicy J, and Dave Rule.
How about Beam, our Daytona 500 winner in the 14 car, getting some stage points in both stages actually. Had a good run going at Kansas earlier tonight as well. Got a top 10 there and looking strong here. And Dave Marks Jr. in the 41 got a 10th place finish there in stage 2. Coming off a strong top 10 earlier at Kansas tonight. The green flag is back out. Final stage time here at Gateway. And again, folks, round 13 of the 2022 NASCAR Platinum Cup Series season on NASCAR Heat 5. They're 3 and 4 wide. Dustin Hardy in the 8 car goes for a spin down on the grass in turns 1 and 2. I do believe we're going to stay green. It was a solo car spin. They were 3 wide for 3rd, 4th, and 5th a moment ago. Landon Jenkins gives up a few positions. Aaron Garcia in the 24 leads the way with Matt Smith, Josh Colm-Diaz, Trenton Krentz, and Landon Jenkins in hot pursuit. Jesse Carlson in the 6 car right there as well. And again, folks, I've said this a couple of times, and the reason why I'm making this very clear to everybody is because it's not often this is the case, but I really do believe that the car to watch here is the number 9 of Josh Colm-Diaz. He's looking for his very first NASCAR Platinum Cup Series win since 2019. Every time he comes to 2020 rather. Every time he comes to Gateway, he is always super strong, super fast, up there in the top 3, top 5, leading laps and battling amongst the leaders for the win. And right now it is money time. It's final stage time, and he's only got 2 cars in front of him, separating himself from locking himself a spot in the playoffs. And we're going to throw it over to Alex Tesdall, driver of the 17 Ford Mustang, Crimson Axis Motorsports. Alex, is it safe to say everybody can make it to the end without pitting, or are you guys going to need to stop?
You will have to stop once.
Ooh, okay. And so that's definitely going to shake things up a bit. And we're getting word that, oh yes he did, he went for a slide on the back straightaway. Some grass and dirt was kicked up in the air, no caution, but a costly mistake there and a heartbreaker for the 2018 Brickyard 200 winner in the Motormaster Series, Timmy Brown. Oh, and he just nicked the wall again there. This time it was coming at turn 4. And there's action all over this racetrack. Good battle here with Beam SKP running in 6th, Jesse Carlson in 7th, Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in 8th, Harold Burden is scored in 9th. Alex Tesdall has recovered all the way back up to the 10th place position after restarting back in 16th. Dave Marks Jr. right behind him in 11th, having a strong run, as I mentioned, coming off a strong run earlier tonight at Kansas as well, picking up a top 10 finish there. Rush Downing in the 34 is scored in 12th. Sean Lucas in the 21 car for Brett Baker Racing runs in 13th. 18 drivers started in this 100-lap event at Gateway on Heat 5. And it looks like the top 5 have kind of separated themselves from the rest of the field, but then there is also a close group of about 3 cars that are not very far away from those drivers. And they're all chasing Aaron Garcia in the 24. Alex, what do you think the biggest challenge has been for all of these drivers so far in this race?
Probably the handling of the car between the 2 corners are very different. It's hard to make set up.
Yeah, very difficult to adjust the car for one corner and have it still be good in the other, right?
Very difficult, yes.
Yeah, we'll let you get back to it. Thanks a bunch for the input. And as we kind of look through the field a little bit, for the most part, with the exception of maybe the top 8 or top 10 cars, the field is quite spread out at this point, and everybody just kind of minding their P's and Q's and taking it easy. We do expect a round of green flag scheduled pit stops, or at least a pit stop at some sort of point in this final stage. May not be under green or not, but as of now, this run here, this stint that we're having has a very long green flag run kind of feel to it. But then again, folks, you don't want a short pit and risk getting trapped 1 or 2 laps down to the race leader. Strong start to the season for Aaron Garcia, Triple Crown winner here in NASCAR, 2022 Truck Champ. 2 wins for him, comes in as the points leader, and honestly, he's got the second highest points total and has really established himself as a true threat, a true contender for the championship this year. Was given the 24 car. Yours truly stepped down, retired from action, and had a great time racing with you guys, but have just as good of a time up here in the broadcast booth calling the action and watching 18 to 34 of my friends out there battling for these wins and these championships. And it's been an honor and a privilege and a lot of fun to give the 24 to Aaron and watch him go out there and do great things in it. Matt Smith runs in second. Just took that position away from Josh Diaz, and a moment ago Landon Jenkins in the 88 was trying to make a move, capitalize on both of them being preoccupied with each other and make a move on maybe 1 or 2 of them and get up there and be the first car behind the leader. It's been up in the top 5 all race long, but still searching for answers, looking for more speed out there. Comes into this race 12 pin points, looking for that first career Platinum Cup Series win. Looking to point his way into the playoffs. If that doesn't happen, so far he's off to a great start. And the battle is really heating up here for 5th, 6th, and 7th, and that's on your screen. Trenton Krentz in the 20 car, 2-time NASCAR World Champion from Gran Turismo Sport, and 4-time champion in total. Right there in the 20 Toyota for Juicy J Motorsports. He's got Beam SKP, our Daytona 500 winner this year from Steel Horse Motorsports up there, having a strong run in the 14 Ford Mustang. And Jesse Carlson right behind him in the 6. Triple Crown winner Jesse Carlson. 2 wins for him so far this year, and one of the big 4 when you look at the driver stats so far this season in terms of playoff points, wins, and top 5s. Darrell Burden and Jeffrey Robinson Jr. round out the rest of your top 10. Back up towards the front we go, and some sort of problem has taken place for the 24 of Aaron Garcia. He is no longer your race leader. He's actually got a little bit of front end damage now to the 24 Chevy Camaro, and he's scored in the 4th place position under pressure from the Daytona 500 winner Beam SKP, driver out of France. And I would throw down to our in-race reporter Alex Tesdall, but I don't think you were close enough to see what happened to him. Any word over the radio or chat?
Nah, I haven't seen nothing about it.
And he nicked the wall again just now, coming out of turn 2, making things even worse for him. He's going to get split 3 wide. He was in the middle there, and Beam and Trenton Krentz are both going to complete the pass. Jesse Carlson looking to do the same. Things have went from amazing in this race to completely wrong for Aaron. He's there. Josh Colm-Diaz all over the back bumper of Matt Smith, the two-time Platinum Cup champ, looking to take the lead away. And looking to park it in victory lane in a Platinum Cup Series race for the first time since 2020. And it very well might happen, folks. I've been documenting it all race long. It's one of his very best tracks. He's always good here. And we have a crash deep in the field. Aaron Garcia in the 24 spun and hit the inside wall, and I believe Trenton Krentz in the 20 might have been an innocent victim in all of that. Might have been right behind him when it happened.
Still green.
I see a little bit of right side damage in Trenton's car, but other than that, he looks okay, but a lot more damage to the front of the number 24 Chevy Camaro. Meanwhile, this is the battle for the lead. Josh is there. He's putting the pressure on. If Josh is going to do it, I really do think it's going to be here tonight at Gateway. And what a huge story it would be. What an amazing moment it would be. The entire NOSSCAR community would stand up and clap for this driver. I'm sure it's been 2 years since he's parked in a victory lane in one of these Platinum Cup Series races. He frequently wins races in the trucks, and he's looking to change those ways here in Cup and get that first one here in 2022. Maybe open the floodgates for even more.
Well, caution's out.
Oh, okay. And how many laps to go?
35.
Okay, so this changes everything. Now we're not going to see a round of green flag pit stops, and this also is going to save drivers like Aaron Garcia and others that have a strong car and are capable of winning. Allow them to get back up there, and we don't know what the caution is for, but there is a lot of front-end damage to the Daytona 500 winner's car, Beam SKP. We're still looking through the field. I'm going to go ahead and say that it had something to do with Beam, and I don't know exactly what triggered this caution, but it's going to be a reset for all of these drivers. Some of them really needed it. Now they're all right there. Every driver is on the lead lap and has a chance to win this race. The green flag is back in the air. Round 13 of the season resumes. And Landon Jenkins in the... Oh! And we have a huge crash on the front straightaway. The caution...
24 went in the air.
We have a caution on the racetrack. The 24 went airborne on the front straightaway. And man, if this was not a sim race, his day would be done. He might even be airlifted to the hospital. That was a wild wreck back there. There was about 5 or 6 cars involved, and while all of this happened, Landon Jenkins in the 88 car took the lead from Matt Smith by making a pass on the outside line. Had a good run up there with Jesse Carlson's giving him a push, and now he's going to have the lane choice for the restart. He's going to be your leader with under 30 laps remaining. We've been talking all race long about drivers trying to win their very first Platinum Cup race, and we've been talking mostly about Josh Colm-Diaz in the 9. Could it be Landon Jenkins' night in the 88 car? Green flag back in the air. We're back to green flag. And honestly, it's been that way all race long with the exception of stage 1, and now we finally are starting to see a rash of cautions. The level of urgency is picked up. Everybody trying to get to the front, get everything they can so they can try to go out there and win this race. Can't win it by restarting in 12th with 10 laps to go. So these drivers are trying to slowly work their way forward, but honestly, slowly might not be the right word. They're still battling 3 and 4 wide. Some contact was made there. Matt Smith gets shuffled back to 5th. I think he lifted, and that's how he got there. They're still chasing the 88 of Landon Jenkins. Jesse Carlson's drawing closer in the 6th. This is the closest he's been to the front so far. Starting to really flex some muscle here. 2 wins for him this season. He's bringing Harold Burden in the 16 car with him. Air Force Motorsports in that 16 car. They're on their way to the front. Highest he's run all race long as well. It's money time, so Harold's at the front. Don't count Josh out yet in the 9. Still scored in 4th. Within striking distance. Just needs to keep doing what he's doing. Make a pass or 2, and he's right back in it. Amongst all the drivers that have been dominant, he's running in front of all of them. There's been 3 or 4 cars that have just been outright dominating this race, and as of now, the one leading them is Josh Colm-Diaz. He's running in 4th, but we might have some new cars looking to establish themselves as a dominant driver here tonight. Landon Jenkins trying to win his very first race here in the NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series, leading with under 25 to go at Gateway. Might even be under 20 to go. We'll throw it down to in-race reporter Alex Tesdahl to find out shortly.
Coming to 23 to...
Perfect, thanks very much. Now, Alex, you've recovered all the way back up to 10th, and it's not the first time you've had to do that today. How's the car feel now? Is it getting any better and easier for you out there?
A little better. It's still tight in 1 and 2. I'm trying to work on it all race, but it's not quite there.
Keep at it, my friend. Good luck to you.
Thanks.
And things are, honestly, I was going to say, things are getting interesting at the front, but they've been interesting all race long. And Landon Jenkins found the outside wall coming out of turn 4, and because of that, Jesse Carlson has a huge run to the inside, and we have a side-by-side battle for the lead. He's going to take it. Exiting turn 2. Landon has a big run. He's going to try to keep him there with him. Jesse's going to maybe think about blocking. Landon's going to try the outside, or is he? He's going to try the bump and run instead, and it's not even the last lap, folks. Couldn't quite move him out of the way. Jesse is going to lead this lap. They're still single file with a car length of space in between them. And Matt Smith has just raced his way back up into 3rd, and he's bringing Aaron Garcia in the 24 with him. The drivers that have been dominating all race long are starting to make their moves now with 20 to go. So it's Jesse Carlson, Landon Jenkins, Matt Smith, Aaron Garcia, Josh Colm-Diaz, your top 5. Harold Burden, Jeffrey Robinson Jr., Beam SKP, Trenton Krentz, and Dustin Hardy, the rest of your top 10. And great recovery for Beam, our Daytona 500 winner. Driver out of France. Suffered a lot of front-end damage earlier, brought out a caution. We didn't even see exactly what triggered it, but since then he's been able to drive his way back up inside the top 10. And looking pretty strong here, pretty solid, and this is the time of the race when you want to be up there. And I'll tell you, the battle for the lead is still on. Landon Jenkins not letting Jesse Carlson get away. Jesse is running the bottom, going into the corners to protect it. And because of that, he kind of drifts up high a little bit in the center of the corner, uses that and kind of diamonds the corner and gets a nice run out. Landon Jenkins trying to look for an answer. Look for that solution. And while all of this is happening, Aaron Garcia in the 24 is back up into 3rd and is starting to make some ground and gain a little bit on these front 2 while they're potentially wearing their tires out, racing each other for the lead and for this win. Oh, and coming out of 4, Jesse found the outside wall very similar to the way that Landon Jenkins did earlier in this race. It seems to be a common mistake made by these drivers, and a few of them have done it so far. It kind of sticks out over there just a little bit more than you would expect. When you're exiting the turn, it just really shows up out of nowhere sometimes. And to the inside goes Aaron Garcia. He's going to take second place away from Landon in the 88. Oh, and Landon finds it coming out of turn 4. It looks easy to do. It looks easy to get on the throttle a little too hard and have the car drift up there out of nowhere. He's going to fall back in line in behind his teammate Josh Colm-Diaz and settle into 5th place. Going through the cars, everybody pretty spread out except for the drivers up here battling for the lead, and even they are beginning to get a little bit of ground and distance in between them. You can see how hard these drivers are driving into these corners and using a lot of brake, of course, to do it. Jesse Carlson really wiggled coming out of turn 2. He might have actually nicked the wall a little bit. I'm not sure. The camera angle we had there didn't give us any kind of indication of what happened, but because of whatever happened, Aaron Garcia is there and looking to the inside this time as they were coming out of turn 4. And it's been impressive, folks. The 24, ever since driving around Matt Smith, he's been able to gap him a little bit and drive away the drivers who have led the most laps in this race. Aaron and Matt and Josh, they're running 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, so they have all found their way back to the front and have a chance to win. The top 2 have 2 wins apiece so far this year. Matt Smith in the pink and white number 47 Chevy Camaro, 4 wins for him this year. And Josh Colm-Diaz in the 9, winless this season, looking for that first Platinum Cup win since 2020. And I don't know if you guys saw that last time by, but Jesse Carlson got very loose coming out of turn 2, went way down the track, had to really grab a handful of steering wheel to save it. Landon Jenkins just wrecked it. And the caution is out on the racetrack. We're getting word from Alex Tesdall, and for good reason. Landon Jenkins spun on the front straightaway, hit the inside wall very hard. A couple of other cars had nowhere to go. That includes the Daytona 500 winner, Beam SKP, the 8 of Dustin Hardy, and others. Ooh, and some front-end damage to Harold Burden as well. Well, this is going to set up for a very short stint of a sprint to the finish. How many laps remaining?
I'm not sure at the moment. I'll let you know when we start.
10-4. Yep, this will be interesting. Everyone has a shot now. They're all bunched up again. Aaron Garcia, Jesse Carlson on the front row with Matt Smith and Trenton Krentz right behind them. 10 laps remaining.
9 to go.
And through 1 and 2 they go. Aaron's going to clear him. He'll be single file. Matt's going to be side by side with Jesse Carlson. The level of anxiousness and urgency is all the way up, folks. 9 to go. There's a crash in the back. Dave Marks Jr. is around and into the outside wall. We might stay green.
As of now, we are green.
Oh, and they're still bouncing off each other deeper in the field. John Lucas went up there, found the outside wall. There was contact. They were 3 wide. And still green so far. They're 3 wide up here for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. It was Trenton Krentz, Josh Colm-Diaz, and Beam SKP. They're back down to 2x2. And Josh in the 9 emerges out of the rubble and out of the war zone with 3rd place, sets his sights on the front 2, looking for that first Platinum Cup win since 2020. Can he do it? Aaron's got the lead, and he's trying to drive away. Matt Smith, the all-time wins list leader and all-time record holder here in Platinum Cup. Up there in second, Trenton Krentz runs in fourth, and the Daytona 500 winner, Beam in the 14 car, has survived again and rallied again back up into the top 5 after going through everything you can imagine in today's race at Gateway. And some of the drivers that needed to repair their damage at the end of, under that caution, Harold Burden, Dustin Hardy, and others, they're back here still trying to get every position they can before the end of this one. I think they know that their chance of going out there and driving to the lead and winning is kind of out the window unless another caution comes out. They're just trying to get every point they can at this point. Some of these drivers had very good chances of winning. That includes Harold Burden in the 16, Landon Jenkins in the 88 car. Up front, this is what the battle for the lead and for the win looks like. The 24 has the lead. Matt Smith is closing, and the top 2 have kind of separated themselves from the rest of the field. Once Aaron started driving away, Matt Smith turned on the afterburners, and he started trying to run him down. The gap between them is about the same as what it was before, but he's not letting him just drive away. Josh Colombiez leads the long train of cars from about 3rd all the way back to 8th place. And it's still anybody's race if you're up there running in the top 7. Under 5 remaining here at Gateway. We'll get confirmation on the exact number from Alex shortly. Aaron still leading. How many laps remaining?
2 to go.
Perfect. Man, what an up and down day it's been for Aaron in the 24. He's had to recover from a couple of different incidents. He won the pole, he won both stages, and then fell back to 5th place with heavy damage, and then spun after that and fell outside of the top 10. Had to restart in 16th. The white flag has been shown now. Had to restart in 16th in the final stage. Drove all the way back up inside the top 5. Another caution came out. Put him right there with the leaders and gave him the second chance he needed to make all of this happen. He's going to sweep it, folks. The pole, the stages, and the race. Out of 4 for the final time. 3rd win of 2022 for the driver of the 24, Aaron Garcia. The worldwide 200 win goes to Aaron, and a well-deserved win for him. Extends the points lead and was able to drive away and hold off the 2-time and defending Platinum Cup champion Matt Smith. What a race, and that was an action-packed one. Round 13 is in the history books. 18 drivers started this one. It was a 100-lap event. Throw it over to Alex Tesdall. Alex, what do you make of this one? It was an interesting one.
Yeah, pretty up and down day for myself, and it looked like there was a lot of chaos up front too. And yeah, pretty good race.
Wild restarts, 3 and 4 wide action. It's a very flat track, but at the same time, there's enough progressive banking where you can do that out there.
Yeah. Like, we saw some 3 and 4 wide. It was crazy.
And when you get a moment, can you please invite Blackcross to the chat that we're in, and we'll be able to throw it over to Victory Lane and have a word with him before we close out the show.
Mm-hmm.
Fastest lap of the race goes to Matt Smith in the 47. He backed out real quick there, but that's who it was. What a race, and what a finish. And a wild restart there with only 9 laps remaining. Made it even more intense. It gave everybody a second chance at this, and at the end of it all, Aaron Garcia was able to drive up and capitalize on the opportunity he was given. And while we wait for our victory lane interview with Aaron Garcia, winning the Worldwide 200 here at Gateway, we're going to give a shout out to the drivers who raced in the season finale at Homestead last night on iRacing. Drivers like Hermie Sadler, Stephen Light, Justin Mons, Grant Solzano, and others came out for the show, and it was Stephen Light parking into victory lane at Homestead for the season finale. 18 drivers entered the 100-lap event at Homestead last night, and it was an epic battle from start to finish. And now, to victory lane we go. Aaron Garcia, the number 24 car. Congratulations, buddy. You win the Worldwide 200 at Gateway, and it was an up-and-down day for you. It really wasn't easy, despite what it looks like on paper. You winning the pole in both stages, maybe even leading the most laps. You fell to the back at one point, restarted in 16th, and you really had to scratch and claw your way back up there, and you really never gave up. Take us through that final stage where you had to drive through everybody and try to get back up there in contention for this again.
Yeah, it was a very hard race, very hard to pass. I had to hit some people out of the way sometimes, but not many to get up there. I knew I had the fastest car, and it was difficult on the last stage, but I managed to pull through. And working with the cautions, I was able to get back up there.
I was going to say, what was going through your mind when the caution came out with 9 laps to go?
Man, I was hoping I could not make a mistake again and hit the wall. I thought Fox was going to be able to catch me, and I was freaking out. I was like, don't make a mistake, run your line, and you'll be fine.
You came in tonight as the points leader, and you just got even more points here. You swept this race, both stages and the race itself. You're looking strong for the regular season championship and overall the championship as well. What are your expectations and goals from this point all the way until the beginning of the postseason?
Just keep getting top 5s and top 10s, and I should be good. And I just want to be up front in contention.
Next Friday, the Coca-Cola 600, 100% distance. You up for it?
Yeah, I'm definitely up for it. I run good there, run top 5, hopefully get the win.
Good stuff. Congratulations on your win here tonight at Gateway. Go celebrate with your team. 3rd win of the season for you, buddy. We're all proud of you.
Thank you, I will.
And that's going to do it, folks. Thank you to everyone who tuned in and joined us here on YouTube for the doubleheader here tonight. Kansas Speedway and Gateway, both in the history books. 13 races are complete here in the 38-race season. 2022 NASCAR Platinum Cup Series on NASCAR Heat 5. It's the 5th annual season for this series on a NASCAR Heat game. 5 years strong, folks, and we're still rocking. Good night, everybody, and stay fast.